What's going on, family? Ed Cardoso here. This is my channel. If you didn't already know now, you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. And as far as the comment box, comment down whatever you want. Just comment, yep. By the way, guys, if you're not watching this right now, that means that you're not watching this when it's live. So if you don't know how live streams work, basically I talk about a couple subjects in the beginning. So obviously I labeled it Marine Infantry versus Army Infantry. So that's what I want to talk about at first. So make sure, hey, what's up, Adam? What's up, Daniel? What's up, B8M? So I wanted to answer questions. What's up, Aztrex? So there's the intro. Today, what are we going to be talking about, right? I've been getting a lot of questions on like whether should people join the Marine Infantry. Slow down, homie. Should we so people were asking, should we join the Army or the Marine Infantry? Which one's better? Which one's better? What has the most benefits? Who has the most schools? We kind of talked about this in the last live stream. So basically the benefits of joining the Marines is you get to join a small, the Marines is small. The Marines is very small. If you stay in the Marines for more than 4 years, you're gonna basically almost meet everybody in the Marine Corps. And so the good thing about that is had to come for this one. What's up, Mason? What's up, Elias? So basically, when you're in the Marines, you're going to end up meeting everybody if you decide to do more than 4 years. I almost guarantee you that. You're either going to meet everybody or you're going to hear somebody's name that somebody knew, that you knew, that you knew. You know what I'm saying? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Yeah, exactly. And so the way you need to think about it is the Marine Corps. What's good, Harold? The Marine Corps is smaller, so the budget is smaller. What's up, Will? What's up, Caravan? What's up, Nick? Correction, Mason, it's oorah. So remember what I was saying. When you join the Marines, you have to be, all right, so the Marines, when you join the Marines, right, you're probably thinking right now, the Marines is the best of the best, right? Like only the top people get to join the Marines. But that's where you're wrong. Honestly, you're wrong because in the Marine Corps and the military itself, anybody gets to join. Anybody gets to join. Everybody gets to join. You know, all you have to do is pass your IST, your PFT, and your CFT. You're going Army man, but oorah nonetheless. Hey, I'm not, okay. So by the way, I'm not talking bad about Marines, and I'm not talking bad about the Army, by the way. Let's get that out. Let's get that out in the air right now. I don't think one is better than the other. I just think that there's benefits to one, and then there's benefits to the other. It just depends with what's going to make you happy. You know what I mean? So in the Marines, you know, in the Marines and Army, there's going to be good Marines and bad Marines. And in the Army, there's going to be bad soldiers and really good soldiers. You know what I mean? So it's going to be like 50-50. So the thing about the Marines is because it's so much smaller, because there's so much less Marines, that means that the budget for the Marine Corps, you know how the Marine Corps is a department of the Navy? The Marine Corps gets its budget from the government, but it gets it through the Navy. So the Navy gets all the money, and then basically think about it like the Navy is like your mom and dad to the Marines. They're giving you the money, you know? And so and then it trickles down to you, to us, you know, people that are in or people that were in. And so the people that are the best, people that are like the best Marines get to go to the best infantry schools. So they're not just going to send like the worst Marine, you know, or the worst soldier in the Army to the best courses. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're going to be wasting their money. The Marine Corps is going to be wasting its resources to send Marines that aren't even really good Marines. You know, they're like an average Joe, average G.I. Joe. They're not like G.I. Joe, but they're just Joe. You know what I'm saying? They're just Joe. So the Marine Corps is not gonna spend like that kind of money. You know, they're not going to spend like quality money on a bad Marine. You know what I mean? They're going to train you. They're going to send you to boot camp. They're going to send you to SOI. They're going to send you to training with your unit. Like if your unit goes to training like to Bridgeport, you know, to 29 Palms, you know, whatever kind of crazy training that the Marine Corps has, because the Marine Corps does have all sorts of training. And if your unit's going, chances are that you're going to go with them. But when it comes to specialty courses like, you know, becoming like scuba certified, you know, becoming a diver, becoming, you know, getting your airborne wings and getting all these cool certifications like rock climbing and rescue swimmer and rescue diver, the Marine Corps isn't going to send like the bottom level Marine. You know what I'm saying? And so now let's talk about the Army. You know, the Army, like I was saying, the Army, just like the Marines, has bad soldiers and it has okay soldiers and it has great soldiers. And so the thing about the Army is that they have a bigger budget. And I'm speaking from what I've heard from budgets and people that are in the Army and, you know, my experiences in the Marines and people's experience in the Army. The Army has enough money to send everybody to boot camp, to send everybody to airborne school, to send everybody to, dive school, to send people to cool, like, paratrooper schools. It's like the Army isn't better, but they have more money. They have more money to spend on the soldiers that aren't that good to make them even better. You know what I mean? And so the ones that aren't that good get a chance to get even better. And so the ones that are okay and, G.I. Joe soldier in the Army, they get to go to every single school, all the freaking good ones, So think about it like that. So I'm not saying join the Army. I'm not saying join the Marines. I'm not saying join the Army because you're gonna get to go to more schools. The Army specializes more in airborne, kind of like high speed, like in the mountains kind of environment, And the Marines are like, if you want to be a good Marine, you just have to be a freaking good Marine. You have to be a tough dude. You have to be smart. You have to be physically fit. You have to be you have to go into the Marines. Get ready to get in shape if you're not in shape, and if you're dumb, get ready to get smart. Because if you're not in shape or smart, if you're not one or the other, the Marine Corps is not going to waste their time sending you to like the good schools. They're going to look past you and send the guy next to you, the one that is good, the one that wants to go. You know what I'm saying? So those are the kind of questions that I've been getting. Like, should I join the Army or should I get the Marine Infantry? So both of them have amazing schools, amazing freaking schools. It's just it all depends on you, honestly, because your experiences are going to vary. If you give 50% in the Marines, you're going to get 50%. If you get 50% in the Army, you're going to get, maybe 51% because they have more money, but you're still going to only get a little bit, you have to put out to get some, you know what I'm saying? They're not just going to hand it to you. All right, let's look at some questions real quick. I just wanted to answer that question real quick for those of the people that weren't here live so they can get the information that they want and, they got things to do, they got to go, So now we're going to open up the floor. I'm using the informal lecture method, which means I talk and you hold all your questions to the end. And now we're at the end, so I'm going to answer the questions. All right, let's get here. So I'm first, Yut, Adam, Norman, Ed, I'm here. What's up? Had to come for this one. What's good? Hey. Correction Mason, it's Ura. I'm going Army Mason. That's what's up. Nick Reed, Elias Tillman, Caravan. I saw a dude I went to high school with twice. Once during ITX, once in Leatherneck. Yeah, exactly. When I went on my first combat deployment to Afghanistan, I ran into somebody that I was a pulley with. Somebody that do y'all know what pulleys are? Some of you that don't know what a pulley is, it's when you enlist but you're waiting to leave and you go like to hang out with your recruiter. Literally met him in the middle of Afghanistan. It's in the suck. It's the same team. In Iraq, we had soldiers put in our platoon. Exactly, And you're going to get, like Daniel just said, when he's a Marine, and, he's still a Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine. But when he was on deployment in Iraq, he's saying that they got soldiers attacked. They got attached. And that happens. I'm telling you right now, sometimes you'll be on a base, and they'll be like, hey, all of you are working together, all right? Hey, what's up, Bram? What's up, Clifford? Hold on, let me get down these questions. Yeah, but I'm fucking scared of boot camp. Elias, it's perfectly cool to be scared of boot camp. Just look at it as an experience that, you only get to experience once, and try to make the most out of it. Army's high speed. Army is high speed. They got the money. So the Army is good to go in that scenario. A lot of people talk bad about the Army because remember what I said. The Marines, even the bad Marines, are going to be good soldiers. But bad soldiers are going to be terrible Marines. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming scuba certified right now because I'm going scuba diving this summer. There you go. Yeah, having those kind of skills are good because when you join the military, they usually ask you, they're like, hey, what are you good at? Like, what do you, so they can know where to put you in a team. And, the skills that you have before the military are still a little bit applicable when you join, especially when you're a reservist. I have a buddy that was EMT, and he was an EMT and a paramedic, and his job was he was like a cameraman, but since he was in a reservist unit, he was a part-time cameraman and a part-time medic because he already had all this experience in the medical field. So just don't think that you won't ever get to use the things that you know before you join the military. Not trying to talk trash, I actually want to join the Marines, but someone I work with who is a Marine vet said the Marines only prepare you for war and not the real world. How do you feel about this? So Tao, the Marine Corps is the Marine Corps, everybody's a rifleman, right? That's a saying in the Marine Corps. Everybody's a rifleman. So the Marines, the first thing that they're going to teach you is how to go to war. At boot camp, they're going to teach you all the Marine Corps knowledge. They're going to teach you all the Marines that came before you, all the Marines that died, all the corpsmen that died. And they're going to teach you all the history of the Marine Corps first. And then second, they're going to teach you how to use a rifle. And then after they teach you how to use a rifle, they're going to teach you how to do, like, if somebody gets shot or somebody loses their leg, they're going to teach you that. And then after that, that's all there is. They're going to teach you that, how to basically go to war if you need to. But then after that, if you're not an 0311, you get to go do your job. For those of you that don't know, the Marine Corps has other jobs other than infantry. So when you join the Marine Corps, you could be a cameraman, you could be a meteorologist, the guy that freaking tells you what the weather is for the day. You could be a receptionist, just like when you walk into the hospital, there's a person in the front that's like, oh, what time's your appointment? You could do that in the Marine Corps. You can be a cook in the Marine Corps. So the Marine Corps doesn't just teach you how to go to war. Yes, the foundation of what you learn at Marine Corps boot camp is how to go to war and the history of war, but you still get a lot of valuable life lessons. So I know you said there's a Marine vet, how old is he? You have to think during times of war, we've been in times of war for a long time now. You have to think about all the World War, Civil War, Persian Gulf, Afghanistan. There's been a lot of Marines that their only purpose was to go to deploy over and over and over. So, and that's probably because they were infantrymen, So all the other jobs, they get trained to go to war, but they also get trained to do what you join the Marine Corps to do, I'm going to Florida Keys. It's going to be nice out there. It's going to be real nice out there. Marine crushed the real world. Exactly. I'm a Marine. Daniel's a Marine. I'm sure the Marine veteran that he got a job after the Marines. He's probably doing something with his life right now. Hoorah. Imagine how small the Greenside Corpsman community is. Seriously, everybody knows each other when you're a Greenside Corpsman. Yeah, and you can use the GI Bill to go to college after the military. Exactly. You can. So even if you have a terrible Marine Corps experience or a terrible Army experience or a terrible Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, whatever you pick, if you don't ever get to do what you wanted to do, at the end of the day, when you finish your 4 years, you have your GI Bill. And you can use that to go to school to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want to do with your GI Bill. You can go to school and get an education, or you can just go to school and waste it and hit on chicks. You can do whatever you want with your GI Bill. Or you don't even have to use it if you don't want to. He probably went to war and didn't have a good experience. Exactly. People that tell you bad things about the Marine Corps typically had a bad experience. They maybe didn't get to do what they wanted to do. Maybe they went in with the wrong contract. They didn't know that they got the wrong contract. But even if your recruiter, screws you over and gives you the wrong contract, it's up to you at the end of the day to make your experience better. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get a cook job and you hate cooking, you don't want to be a cook, it's up to you to make that experience better. You know what I mean? You can change the way that you view that. You can be like, all right, cooking's not that bad. It's better than cleaning shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my boy, in the Pulley program now? Thanks to you. There you go, Clifford. That's what's up. It's good. If you want to join the military, it's better to do it. It doesn't matter when you do it. You can do it sooner or later, but as long as you're preparing, prepare to do it. Start learning your knowledge, start PTing, just start getting on the right track. You know what I mean? It's never too early. It's never too late, basically. I was going to say it's never too early, but you can do it whenever you want. You just got to make that jump. As a future reservist, if I push myself to be the best Marine I can get the opportunity to go to these schools, or is it more for active duty? As a reservist, you can go to these schools, because as a reservist, you have to think about it. There's going to be a lot of people that can't go to the schools because they're reservists, because they have other priorities, you know what I mean? And so when they come to you and they ask you, hey, are you willing to not go to work or not go to school for a week or a month or a year, and you say yes, then you can go, you know what I mean? So as a reservist, a lot of the time, a lot of people go reservist because they have a job on the side, a career, or they're a dad, or they're a mom, or they're going to school, they join the military to go to school, so they're reservists. They want to be in the Marines, but they want to do it part-time, you know what I'm saying? So it gives you more of an opportunity to say yes. When that opportunity shows up and you want to do it, you can say yes, because other people may say no, you know what I mean? So whenever you're going to school or you got a job and you're a reservist and an opportunity comes down the pipeline and they ask you, that's your moment to be like yes or no, and if you want to say yes, say yes. He said he served in Afghanistan in 2002. Yeah, so see, exactly, back in 2002, it was kind of a shit show. People were, wars were starting, wars were ending. We didn't know what the heck was going on, you know what I'm saying? So I can see why there would have been a lot of confusion around that era, So bad experiences are hard to shake, Once you have a bad experience, like think about a time you went to a restaurant and you got food poisoning, you're probably never going to forget that again, you're probably never going to want to go again. How much sleep did you get in boot camp? Elias, in boot camp, typically you get a good amount of sleep. You go to sleep pretty early and you wake up pretty early. That's the thing, but you're still going to get about 6 to 8 hours, definitely about 7. Let me see. Did you ever get into fights with Army dudes? Mike P, I never got in any physical fights with Army dudes. We just give each other a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll come across somebody that really doesn't like Marines, or sometimes you'll have a Marine friend that really doesn't like Army, but there's really no reason for that. There's no reason to not like each other, because at the end of the day, you're both in the military, you're both doing your job. And there's no reason to not like each other, you know what I mean? Unless you just, I don't know, you had a bad experience. At the end of the day, if you had a bad experience, but that's not an excuse to hate an entire branch, you know what I'm saying? Sleep when you die, exactly. Sleep when you die. Sleep deprivation is the Marine's talent, exactly. When you're a Marine, you're going to learn how to just not sleep. And you're going to learn how to sleep when you can. If they're like, hey, you got 10 minutes to hang out, you're going to be like this. You're just going to pass out. I'm going to say capitalized Marine. I'm going to say yes to any school. Exactly. You just always got to say yes. You got to keep an open mind. Even if it sounds like a school that is going to freaking suck. Even if they're like, hey, you're going to the desert. Or they're like, hey, you're going to the snow. Or hey, you're going to the jungle. Or hey, you're going to be hanging out with camels. Or, whatever. Just say yes. Because I promise you that those shitty moments are going to be the ones that you remember for the rest of your life. And it's going to be because you're going to remember them because they were shitty. And then you're going to remember the moments that were good. You're going to remember just how shitty it was. And those are going to be the stories that you tell, like, your parents and your kids. And, those are going to be the stories that you tell for the rest of your life. I'm telling you. You're never going to tell people the good stories. You're going to tell people all these shitty, funny moments. Those are the ones that really stick with you. And those are the best ones to tell, those are the best ones to experience, because when you think about a Marine, when you think about Daniel's sleep deprivation is my talent. There you go. So Daniel was in country 2003, October 31st. Yeah, guys, for those of you that don't know, the Marine Corps and the Army refers to anywhere on a deployment, anywhere you go. It could be Afghanistan, it could be Africa, it can be, any deployment. We refer to it as country. Be like, when I was over there on, just country, it's, I don't know, it just kind of happened that way, country. Just joking. I fought more Marines than other branches. Yeah, hey, me too. I got in more fights with my homies in the Marines than anybody else, and with other units in the Marines. That's just how it is. What are all brothers in arms? Yeah, we're all brothers in arms at the end of the day, man. You just got to learn how to get along, man. You have enough people that don't like the military. You might as well like each other. There's been a lot of times. There's been a bunch of times where I'm in a room in my camis as a Marine, and there's an Army guy there or a Navy guy that I don't know, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" And they'll be like, "What's going on, man? Hey, what's he doing today?" But before that, there's kind of like that tension because we're like, you're just like sizing each other up. But military people are just like that. Military people are always going to size you up no matter what. Even if you've seen them before, they're going to always size you up. But if you break that ice in a positive way, you're just like, hey, what's going on, homie? Like, what's going on, brother? I promise you that they're going to be like, nothing, man. What's going on? What's going on with you? Every single time. I guarantee you 90% of the time, if you see somebody in the military and they look like they don't like you, like they're mean mugging you, and you just say, hey, what's going on, man? I just wanted to say what's up. They're going to do the exact same thing back to you. They're going to be like, hey, what's up? what is the DAC swag? How did you lose 2 ranks in the Marines? So in the Marine Corps, everybody gets promoted on the first. The first of the month is when all the paperwork comes down from higher Marine Corps. There's a long list of paper, and it has every name of people that are going to get promoted. And so, or get an award, promotions or awards. Every month it comes down on the first. So there's a long list, and then there's a stack of papers that has all the promotions and awards. And so on the first, I got my promotion warrant came in the mail. And so the promotion warrants come and they go to your first sergeant. Your first sergeant has them. And so to get promoted, your first sergeant has to take off your old rank and put on your new rank. And he has to give you the piece of paper, and then he puts it in the computer that you got promoted, because it's on record, it's on file that you got promoted. So what happened was, on the first, I got the phone call. They were like, hey, you're going to get promoted on the second, because the first happened to land on a weekend. It was a Friday night. It was a Friday night, so they were going to promote me on first, second, third, on the fourth, on a Monday. And so that weekend, I ended up getting in trouble. I ended up getting demoted. I was still a Lance Corporal when I got in trouble. So instead of promoting me that Monday, they just demoted me. So instead of promoting me and then demoting me, they just demoted me right there. So that's how I got demoted 2 ranks in one day, because they never gave me my paperwork. They just were like, we're not even going to give you a promotion. We're just going to demote you from right there where you are. So if I would have gotten my promotion that Friday, I would have gotten demoted back to the normal rank that I was already. You get what I'm saying? No, they check to see if you are gangsta and if you got in trouble. Oh, man. To get security clearance, they check all your medical history. Yeah, BA, they basically just check your entire background. They check you, they check your mom, your dad. Basically, they just check your immediate family to see if you've ever gotten in trouble. Man, that's jacked up. Yeah, see, that's because I was a young Marine. That was, if anybody's ever seen the story about Daniel when he first got back from deployment, and, when you get back from deployment, you're like, man, I'm a tough dog, man. Like, I went to Afghanistan, I went to Iraq, I was in the shit, I was in the desert, I was fighting bad guys, I was embracing the suck. So you come back with a real big head. And it's because I let that get to me. I let that mentality get to me. I thought that no one could touch me. I thought I was invincible. I was like, I came back from Afghanistan, man. No one can touch me. No one can touch me. And I ended up, it got to my head. I had a big head, and I ended up getting in trouble because of it. So my lesson learned was, lesson learned at the end of the day is, your shit, even if you think your shit don't stink, it stinks. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. What that moment, once you start thinking you're better than everybody and you're hot stuff, that's when you need to sit down and be humble. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be humble at the end of the day. Were you a corporal when you got out? Yeah, I was a corporal. So I got meritoriously promoted. Meritoriously promoted is when you're a rank and then they just give you the next one. Like, they just give it to you. You don't have to wait. You don't have to get points. You're doing such a good job as a Marine that they meritoriously promote you. Just like when you go to work, like let's say you get a job and you start working there for 1 week and they're like, damn, like you're a good worker. Like, you're better than the people that have been working here for a year, and they give you a promotion, kind of like that. That's what getting meritoriously promoted is like. And that's what happened to me. So I got lucky because 6 months after I got demoted, they gave me another promotion. To be an O3, do you need a clearance? BAM, everybody gets a clearance, by the way. Everybody gets a clearance. Everybody needs at least a secret clearance, which that's like the lowest level clearance. Because in the military, there's obviously things that you learn and there's things that you see that civilians aren't allowed to see. You know what I mean? You know how a civilian just can't go to base every single day? Like, that's because they need a clearance. You know what I'm saying? So every Marine gets a clearance, at least a secret clearance. You ain't seen the vid. Yeah, Daniel made a video about how he got shot, actually. He made a whole video about it. Are there any days off in the Marine Corps, something like a long vacation? There are days off in the Marine Corps. You get the weekends off. And at night, typically you get, think about the Marine Corps kind of like school. You get government holidays off, like Easter, Martin Luther King Day, freaking Labor Day. So you get those days off, and they give you long weekends, just like at school. And plus, every month, every 30 days, you get 2.5 days of leave. So after a couple months, you save those up, and then you can take leave and go on a long vacation if you want. I saw in one of your videos you were with another Army guy. Is he your brother? No, he's just my buddy. He's actually my roommate. He lives upstairs. Ever eat at an Air Force chow hall? Mike, I have. Air Force chow halls are the bomb, man. They got steak, they got lobster, they got ice cream machines. They got literally anything that a Golden Corral would have. Like a freaking no shit, a Golden Corral. Hey, Mike Hascats donating that $1. Thank you, brother. I don't even know how do you even oh, there's like a little money thing right here. I didn't even know that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Appreciate that $1. It all goes back to the channel, boy. I don't use it for candy money. I wish it was candy money. If you were demoted 2 ranks, could you have been a sergeant? Yeah, I mean, technically I could have been a sergeant. I was a PFC twice, I was a Lance Corporal twice, and I was a Corporal twice. So, that's kind of cool at the end of the day, too. I mean, I would have rather been a sergeant, but, whatever, fuck it. Hey, Gavin, what's up? Yut. Let's see. Again, Mike, thank you for that $1. Thank you. What's my favorite MRE? Chili Mac. Chili Mac. That's the bomb. Bradley Davis, what's going on, brother? Nick, I haven't seen the video yet. I'm going to after this now. Damn. Yeah. Daniel tells the story pretty good, too. And it's crazy because it's a story, but it actually freaking happened. You know what I mean? It's a true story, based on a true story. Damn, we can donate now. Oh, I see the money sign. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to look at the money sign on mobile, but when I always, so guys, when I upload videos on YouTube, I always upload them through my computer. When I watch YouTube videos, I watch them on my computer, if I have time. Because there's times, obviously, where I'm moving all freaking day and I don't have time to sit down on my computer, you know what I mean? But right now, I finished everything for my day. I just did everything, I'm in my bum shirt. I got my business partner. I got a lot of emails that I need to, like a lot of back and forth. And I'm talking to I'm doing a lot of emails with the manufacturer for some of the stuff that I'm coming out for you. I got a manufacturer, by the way. Yeah, like it sounds crazy saying that we have a manufacturer. So all 21 of you that are here right now, we have a freaking manufacturer that I'm talking to. And luckily they're here in California. So if I ever have an issue, I can always just drive down there. It's about an hour away. So I got a manufacturer. It sounds, we're starting a business here. You know what I'm saying? So, I use it for pokey bait. By the way, pokey bait just stands for how there's grunts and pogues. So pogues are, pogues other than infantry. There's nothing wrong with that. It's funny because when I was active, we used to call the snacks at the pogues pokey bait. Because, you got beef jerky and all the pogues smell it and they want it. So I do not use the money. I do not use the donation pokey bait. All the money that I've made on YouTube, which isn't that much, by the way, just so y'all know. That's why I started putting the ads on, just to get as much revenue as I can to help put it back into the channel. Why do grunts think about field artillery troops? What do grunts think about? Mike, honestly, grunts don't really worry about anybody other than themselves. You're going to find out in the Marine Corps that whatever MOS you are and whatever, you're going to make friends. I made a lot of friends. I made friends that were combat camera. I had friends that were cooks. I had friends that were combat engineers. I had friends that were water purification people. So all they did was basically filter water. And basically, you're going to find out that those MOSs really don't worry about other MOSs. They think that in their mind, their MOS is the best MOS in the Marine Corps. And that's how you should think. No matter what MOS you have, you should in your mind be like, this is the best MOS in the Marine Corps, because that you should take pride in your MOS, even if it's like the most pogue MOS, even if you're just like admin, you know, you need to be the best freaking admin Marine that there, you know what I'm saying? So basically at the end of the day, grunts look at artillery, you know, they're like, oh, we're better than them. But artillery looks at grunts like, oh, we're better than them. But at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan and they need one another, they're going to be like, hey, you're my homie, you know? But until that moment comes, the Marine Corps is always going to be like, my MOS is better. You know what I mean? Because think about it like sports. Like, do you have a basketball team? Do you have a football team? You would never admit, like, even, like, let's say your team was playing, you know, like the Dallas Mavericks. And I was like, hey, the Dallas Mavericks is going to whoop your team's ass. Or, you know, the Cowboys are going to whoop your team's ass because they're better. They've always been better. You're never going to be like, yeah, you're right. They've always been better. You know what I mean? And that's how the Marine Corps is with their MOS. They're never going to be like, yeah, your job's better than mine. You're right. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Of course. What's up, Matt Wade? Yeah, hell yeah. Of course, every single time that I took IDF, like that I took, you know, incoming IDF mortars from the enemy, I was like, help us out, artillery, help us out. Because Artie knows how to track enemy artillery. It's like all math. It's all mathematical. It's like geometry. So for those of you that want to be Artie and Mortarman and suck at geometry, yeah, Def gonna watch it. Hey, what's going on, Bubbles? Is your roommate infantryman like 11 Bravo? My roommate was a forward observer. So he's the guy on the radio that talks on the RD. He's the guy on the radio that talks to the pilots. He's the guy on the radio that talks to the door gunners. He's the guy on the radio that talks to... He's basically the guy on the radio that talks to everybody. So he did work with infantry, and he did work with RD, and he did work with pilots. So if y'all got any questions about being an FO in the Army, a forward observer, let me know, because I can get his ass down here. Gavin, you sent a letter to the freaking Pentagon. What'd you tell him? What plays into getting meritoriously promoted? Adam, what plays into Hey, everybody pay attention to this one. Getting meritoriously promoted in the Marine Corps. So how do you skip waiting to get promoted? Because when you're private, it takes 6 months to pick up PFC. When you're a PFC, it takes 9 months to pick up Lance Corporal. When you're a Lance Corporal, it can take you the rest of your career. Some MOSs, it can take you the rest of your career to pick up Corporal, to pick up NCO. So what you do to get meritoriously promoted to speed that process up is you get a good PFT score, you get a good IST, you get a good CFT score. Basically, you have to be physically fit. You have to volunteer all the time. You have to stand out. You have to freaking be a goddamn exceptional Marine. Like, you have to be 360. You have to lay the smack down on freaking the Marine Corps. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, you have to give 110%. And basically, that's what I did. Even when you're a boot, even when you're the most boot-ass Marine, if you're motivated and you show people that you're motivated, they will meritoriously promote you. I'm telling you that right now. I have a buddy that got meritoriously promoted before I did. He got meritoriously, he was a Lance Corporal right out of boot camp. He got Corporal before my seniors in the fleet. My seniors were Lance Corporals, and my boot buddy, he was a Corporal before my seniors. So they had to call him Corporal. They didn't like it, but they had to do it. I just sent a letter to the Pentagon. Pokebait is civilian food in the field. Damn right it is. What are you going to sell? Nick, what am I going to sell? What are y'all? All right. Actually, I think Cyril asked me what I'm going to sell. What do y'all think I'm going to sell? What do you think? What y'all think? What do y'all want? You know, tell me what y'all want. Because I'm almost done with the website. I know it's been like 3 weekends that I said, hey, it's going to be this weekend. But I finally think it's going to be this freaking weekend. Because I called the manufacturer, and my business partner, he lives in Dallas, so I've been making a lot of phone calls with him. We've been staying up late at night. We've been waking up early. I've been waking up at 4 in the freaking morning because I've been waking up at 4 in the freaking morning because he lives in Dallas. So there's a 2-hour time difference, and he wakes up at 4 in the morning. So when I wake up at 4 in the morning, it's already freaking 6 over there for him. He's already been awake for 2 freaking hours. So I need to get on the phone with him, and we need to figure out all the logistics. So there's been a lot of stuff. Guys, for all 20 of you that are here right now, it's crazy because today I had one of the shittiest days that I've had in a long time today because I've been staying up like while I'm sick, trying to get all this together. Freaking, it's been rough, man. I had the worst day. I went to school today. I couldn't even pay attention, and because I'm sick too. I'm just like literally like this. It just freaking sucks, man. But it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it at the end, And so what I'm launching is gonna help set me up for later, for the next thing that I'm gonna set up, and then the next thing that I set up. Because guys, I haven't told a lot of you, but my main goal in life, I know I live in Southern California, and I don't know how many of you live around here. Who have you been here? If you've seen like shows about California, I mean, it's freaking beautiful here. I freaking love it here. There's so many things here that are so nice. But I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas. At the end of the day, hey, thank you, Matt Wade. I appreciate that, homie. At the end of the day, I want to move to Dallas and I want to start my own gym, because where I live in Dallas, there's so many people. There's so many people that just go down the wrong path, you know what I mean? And I was almost one of those people, before I decided to join the Marines, I used to freaking get in trouble all the time. I started getting suspended from school when I was in 6th grade. The first time I ever got expelled from school was in 7th grade. The first time that I ever went to JJ AEP, alternative school, like juvie, I was in 9th grade. I was just getting in trouble over and over and over. And I was a pretty smart kid too. So my mom was like, what is wrong with you, And so I want to go back to Dallas and kind of change, help freaking kids, you know what I mean? Motivate them, show them that they can, live a better life than they're living right now, you know what I'm saying? And so that's my goal. I want to open a freaking gym because I want to have a badass gym where kids can come and, $30 membership, stay here all day. Daniel's re-enlisting as a combat vlogger. What I mean is, do grunts appreciate? Yes, they do. Hey, what's going on, Bubbles? Zyno Tao, I was FDC. Oh, Mike Hascat. So FDC, yeah. So my roommate Daniel, then he was an FO. He talks to all the FDC line. You could probably explain it better than me. FDC is basically the forward controller, the forward. I don't even. It's complicated. That takes a motivated individual to do FDC. That's a lot of logistical. Fire Direction Center. That's a lot of logisticals. You have to make sure your mortars are clean. You have to make sure that your mortarmen are freaking, they're ready to go at a moment's notice. FDC is a stressful job. Freaking, I helped one of my seniors once with FDC, with all that stuff. That shit gets crazy. And tell cannons where to shoot. Yeah. That's a real important job when you're on deployment. That's a real important job when you're supporting a unit, FDC. How hard is the swimming pool test? Cruz, you ain't a good swimmer. Because you ain't a good swimmer. Who told you that? Are you not a good swimmer? I'm not a good swimmer. Elias, what kind of company are you starting up? Cyril, it's kind of a surprise because I was going to tell y'all, but since we're so close to me getting the stuff and the websites being ready, I'm just going to leave it a surprise. I'll keep giving you more and more hints. Maybe I'll tell you, I don't know. The swimming test isn't that hard, by the way. So what you need to practice doing, if you can, get a cami blouse, or just get a long sleeve shirt, like a loose one, and practice swimming short ways across the pool and practice swimming long ways. Just do that over and over, just do, 10 times there and back, one there is. And you can't touch the ground. You cannot touch the ground. If you touch the ground, you're going to have to do it again and again, and they're going to fail you. All right. Oh, where'd you go? Yeah, where are we? Oh, God. Gotta go. I'm in EMT class. Got caught up on the phone. Hey, get out of here. Go to EMT class. Forward observer is 13F in the Army. Grunts always talk shit to calm until they need to call their girlfriend. While they were on country, they would come to the van and make calls and go to the internet. I love all Marines. Hey, see, exactly. When I was on deployment, I was friends with my comm guys, like the radio guys, because those guys had access to internet. They had freaking Wi-Fi. And so you got to be nice to those dudes, man. And at the end of the day, they're Marines too, you know what I'm saying? You know, so why are you going to be shitty to other Marines? I got a signed picture of Robert Neller with the personal message. That's what's up, bro. Bubbles, Boobalays. I talk smack to supply Marines until I need new gears. Hey, me too. I used to talk smack to supply Marines all the freaking time. And then one day I needed all this freaking gear that I lost. And guess who helped me out? A freaking supply Marine. Because I went in there and I was all nice to him. And I was like, hey, homie, like, what can you do for me? Like, I'll do anything. I promise I'll do anything. And he was just like, all right, well, tell everybody to quit being an asshole when they come in here. And I was like, I can do that. I can do that. Like, I can do that. You know, so think about it like this. At the end of the day, the more people you treat with respect, and this goes like in life, just even normal life, the more people you treat with respect, I promise you that they're going to pay it forward and they're going to help you out one day. I'm telling you that right now. Do a video with your boy. It's the same job in both branches, right? For forward observer. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I mean, as a forward observer, you can join the Marine Corps as a forward observer, but sometimes too, forward observers are an enlisted job. It's an officer job. Mortarmen do it sometimes too. It's a pretty badass job, honestly. It's a hard job. I had to learn how to become an FO, basically, because I was a squad leader. So I had to learn everything about calling for fire. You know, basically, I'll give you a little spin up. You know, this is how you talk to people on the radio. You're like, hey, radio check, over. You know, I'm like, hey, COC, this is Kilo 3, stand by for fire, fire mission. And they'll be like, Roger, standing by for fire mission. And I'll be like, and then I'm like, all right, direction, 1,000 meters, distance, distance. I'll give them like a compass distance. I'll be like 36 north, as my location, stand by for my location. And I'll give them my grid. I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll be like enemy location. I'll check my map, enemy location. And then they're like, Roger, standing by. And then I'll be like, okay, I want you to fire 3 rounds. And I'll walk you on, and then after 3 rounds go, I'll be like, all right, now stand by for adjustments. We'll make some adjustments. And then once I lock that target on, like whether it's a building or a person or a machine gun, and they'll be like, Roger, standing by. And I'll be like, fire for effect. And they'll be like, Roger, fire. And they'll be like, splash out. And then when they say splash out, it means that they're putting that mortar in the tube. And then you hear, poof, and then you hear, poof, and then they'll say splash out. And then basically you just kill people. And you don't always kill people that way. Sometimes you just have to mark a target. I'm gonna sell pre-workout. Not yet, Daniel, but that's part of the vision in the long run. What I'm doing now is basically gonna catapult us into pre-workout, and it's gonna catapult us into opening a gym in the future. So in the future, we're going to be moving into supplements. And then in the future after that, we're going to be moving into the gym. Bruh, Mr. Bacon. Cream pie pre-workout. Bruh. Oh, you're going to sell like workout stuff, like maybe subs or workout programs. Artillery, Bram, artillery, Marine artillery and Army artillery both train at the Army base, Fort Still in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. That's real close to where I live in Dallas. My uncle told me that his recruiter gave him his MOS was water purification or something like that, which was back in Vietnam on the first day of Quezon. There was a bunch of Marines that died. Damn, bro. And he had to become an infantryman for the rest of his 4 years. Holy fuck. Hey, let me tell you a story real quick about those Marines. Those Marines back in the day at Chosin and Quezon and Incheon. One of those Marines one time on what was it called? On Thanksgiving, when I was at SOI. When I was at SOI School of Infantry, which is where you go after boot camp, I was there during Thanksgiving, and it happened to land on the weekend, and SOI lets people outside of base come on base and pick up Marines and take them to have a Thanksgiving meal at their home. And the guy that picked me up, he was in Vietnam, and he told me that he joined as an admin. But back then, he only had a 2-year contract because he got drafted. And so he joined as admin. They were just like, here you go, like, here, you're admin. But somewhere after SOI, they sent him on the wrong bus, and he got on the infantry bus. And that he told me that he deployed, he deployed to war, and that he had to freaking slay bodies, dude. He told me he had to slay bodies. And that after he got back, they were like, you're not on the roster. Like, you're not on the roster, man. And they're like, and he's like, yeah, I got on the wrong bus, and I didn't tell anybody because I was scared to tell anybody. And they're like, are you freaking kidding me? You got on the wrong bus. You went on a deployment. You dropped bodies. And now you're telling me that you're admin? And they're like, well, you only have 1 more year left. What do you want to do? And they're like, I guess I'll just keep slaying bodies. And so that happened to him too. A very similar story. That's crazy how the Marine Corps lets people just get on the wrong bus and just slay bodies. Boy, give him 1 more set. That's my goal too. And I want my own gym, one with bumper plates and wrestling mats. Hell yeah, man. That'd be so dope. Like a little mixed martial arts gym or something. LA. I'm on the other side of the U.S., so I probably won't go. Nick, you said you're in New York, right? Fire Direction Center. We talked to 4 reservers and then tell cannons where to shoot. Yut pre-workout. Hey, I would buy Yut pre-workout. Sing us the cadence. I feel like a freaking drill instructor right now. I went and visited one of my buddies a couple weeks ago, and he's a drill instructor now, and this is what he sounds like all the freaking time. It's so funny because he doesn't sound anything like and his voice completely changed. Thanks, Mike. Just saw you answer my question. My voice just got better a little bit. Workout plans, meal preps, pre-workout, supplements, your own brand. I see you, Lalo. You're doing work. Boo. Calling me boo. Can Marine become sniper after infantry school, or he needs wait something? So Raphael, Marines, after you finish SOI, you're going to go to the fleet. And I guarantee you, the day that you get to the fleet, there's going to be a sniper NDOC. This is what it's called. It's called a sniper NDOC. And so when you get there, and if there's not a sniper NDOC, ask people, ask everybody, ask freaking everybody. Even if they tell you there isn't one, ask different people. Because if you really want to be a freaking sniper, people usually try to not let you do it when you're new, because they want you to stay in that unit. They want you to stay in that squad. But if being a sniper is something that you really want to do, ask all the freaking time. And chances are you might fail. You might honestly fail. But if you do fail, it's better to fail and try again, fail, try again, fail, try again, than to never do it. You know what I mean? So you have to ask. Make sure you find out about it. You can go sniper as soon as you finish SOI. You just have to try out for it, But then, then after you finish the sniper NDOC, if you make the sniper NDOC, then you have to go to sniper school, which is 10 times harder. And if you fail sniper school, I'm telling you right now, if you fail sniper school, you're probably going to get kicked out of the sniper platoon. I'm telling you that right now. So be prepared to freaking embrace the suck. Is there anything I have to do to collect the money? That probably just goes into the YouTube, right? This is only the second time I've gotten money from YouTube. Do you like dill pickles? I don't know. I mean, I used to like pickles more when I was younger. I mean, I don't just sit there and eat pickles now. You know what I'm saying? Where are we at? Infantry platoon in the open. HE in effect. Guns up. Shot over means on the way. Splash over means... Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a little while. I skipped calves on leg day so I could watch this. Love this guy. Calves on legs day. Thank you, brother. Thank you for, stopping by. I skip calves every day. My calves haven't grown since I was 15. What's going on, Alejandro? Name the gym Yut Culture. That's a pretty good name. Heavy squats take care of calves. Boom. Doesn't the Army get promoted faster? I'm actually not 100% sure. I can ask Daniel. I can get him down here later. I don't know if he's here right now. I just got home, like I got home and then I started the live stream. Not sure, I was a long time ago. Harold, both, crap, where is it? He's about to be a gunny and he's been 8 years. So, okay, so in the Marine Corps, if you do not pick up Staff Sergeant by the time that you've been in for 10 years, the Marine Corps will typically try to kick you out. They'll be like, hey, you're done. But 10 years is a long time. 10 years is enough time for you to pick up Staff Sergeant. So gunny in 8 years, it does seem kind of fast. For me personally, that seems kind of fast. But hey, fuck, yeah, F it, whatever, good for him, good for him. Yeah, watermelon pre. Nick, you're in New York. I want to go to New York, actually. I've wanted to go to New York ever since I was, oh yeah, by the way, guys, if a lot of you sit on your computer a lot and then game on your couch, I would recommend getting a little foam roller, just put it behind your back, just long ways. It's good for your back. Yeah, I've been wanting to go to New York ever since my first deployment. Slay bodies. Emmanuel, what qualification for squad leader? You just have to basically be squared away, man. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the biggest. You don't have to be like the biggest dude. You don't have to be like a big freaking John Cena looking dude. You just have to be motivated. You have to be able to be a squad leader, you have to be able to know how to take orders, and you have to be able to know how to give orders. You know what I'm saying? And you at least need to be very smart. Because a good squad leader needs to be smart. He needs to be able to know everything, and he needs to be able to teach it to everybody else just in case he dies. You know what I'm saying? And know how to set the example. Exactly. You just have to know how to set the example, man. Sniper school is really hard. Damn right it's hard. It's not going to be easy, guys. If you want to be a sniper, it's not going to be easy. I don't know where I donate. I don't know, guys, I don't know where it's on mobile, like where the money sign is. But on my computer, there's like a little money sign next to like where you type. And it says super chat. Like super chat. I don't know what your screen looks like. But it says super chat. Do grunts heat their MREs? Or do they eat them cold? Alejandro, what's up? Personally, I heat them up. Some of them I'll eat cold. Like if it's really freaking hot outside, I won't heat it up. Because I was in 29 Palms, Mike. And so my MREs would just get hot sitting in the sun in my pack. I wouldn't even need to put them in the heater. And there's some MREs that taste real good cold, and then there's some that taste like booty when they're cold. Not the good booty either. What was Weapons Company in 3.7? Weapons Company in 3.7? So I was in 3.7. Clifford Stewart, what was Weapons Company? What do you mean, what was Weapons Company? Weapons Company, they usually call Weapons Company, or they just call them Weapons. But Weapons is pretty badass because they put all the machine gunners, the mortarmans, all the drivers. Weapons Company is usually mobile, like they're on VIX, like they're on Humvees, MRAPs. Have you ever seen the video of two GIs giving a recruit some McDonald's motivation? No, I have not seen that. Sergeant in 4 years. I remember my drill instructor had a hamburger in front of me once, and I was so sad I almost cried. I was like, I can't wait to have a hamburger. It was in the middle of the night, though. It wasn't like in the middle of the day. I was on fire watch, and he came in all fucked up with In and Out. Like, he was in his normal clothes. He was like, don't fucking look at me. And he had a hamburger in his hand. It's funny because once you get to, like, later in boot camp, your drill instructors will start to get more and more cool. Sergeant in 4 years, corporal in 18 months, but I think that was too fast for me. I had to learn way too quick. I adapted, but it was difficult. Luckily, I was older, went in when I was 20. Damn, that's motivation right there. That's good, man. So see, Daniel's saying, like, if you put in the work, if you want it, if you put in the work, you can get promoted, but you can't let it get to your head. I'm telling you, a lot of times, that's what happened with me. I found out that I was getting meritoriously promoted, and I let it get to my head. I celebrated too soon, too fast. On mobile, it's the bottom right corner. So the bottom right corner is where you donate money, by the way, for those of you that want to care. What's weapons company? Can't press it. Unfortunately. What can you take home after leaving the Corp? You can take home your camis. You can take home any extra gear that you have. Anything extra that you have, you can take home. But when you go to the fleet, they give you all this shit, and you have to turn it back in. So there's a long list of stuff that you can keep, that you have to turn in. But if you have any extra shit, you can take it home. You can't take your flak home. You can't take your sappies home. You can't take your gun home. You can't take your NVGs home. You can't take any of that shit home unless you happen to have an extra one for some reason. Combat engineers do get promoted at a good pace. They don't. I'm not gonna say they get promoted fast, but they get promoted at a good pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible to get promoted fast. The only gear I was able to keep was my bayonet. Oh damn! Your boy. The infantry does not build weapons. You have to be an armorer. You have to work in the armory to build weapons. Like, to know shit, like build weapons, you have to be in the armory. And that is an MOS. Yeah, the guy couldn't get over an obstacle and they kept saying Big Mac milkshake and he got over it. I would too. My bad, my dad was in 3-7 as motorman, then became scout sniper. Yeah, by the way, guys, I had a radio operator that became a scout sniper. He was no shit. He joined the Marine Corps to be a radio operator, a POG, and then he tried out for the sniper NDOC. You can do that, by the way. You can freaking do that. If you decide you change your mind, like you're done being a, whatever MOS you want, even if you're not infantry and you're in shape and you're smart, you can try out for the sniper NDOC. Because the sniper NDOC is like football tryouts. Anybody can show up. Any freaking buddy can show up, but you got to pass though. You can show up, but you're not going to be guaranteed a slot. You know what I'm saying? Nick Reed. Thank you, best YouTuber. Thank you, Fluff Alice. Victor Mata. Yes, I finally caught you live. It always happened to be at work or the gym when you go live. Glad you made it here, man. What happens if you fail sniper school if you get asked if you want to try it? What happens if you fail sniper school if you get asked if you want to try it? Okay, so Fluff, best YouTuber, me. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. What do you recommend? What do you mean, ya boy? What do you mean? What do I recommend? Okay, so remember what I said in the beginning. If you want to be a sniper, there has to be an NDOC. There has to be a tryout. So you may get stuck doing your MOS for a little bit if there's not an NDOC. That's why you always have to keep your eyes out and ask people. You have to try to find a sniper and ask him to text you when there's an NDOC. Be like, hey, brother, can you text me when there's an NDOC? Because when there's an NDOC, when there's a tryout, that means that they are looking for snipers. They're looking for future snipers. They're not just doing it for fun. They're doing it because they need more guys. So if you tell him, you find a scout sniper and you're like, hey, homie, I'm not a sniper, but I want to be one. Can you hit me up when there's a tryout? And he'll be like, yeah, man, I'll be sure to hit you up. But if he never hits you up, you text him. You be like, hey, just reminding you to let me know when there's an NDOC, when there's a tryout. And so there has to be a tryout. There has to be a tryout. You can't just be like, I want to be a sniper. Let me try out. Let me try out today, homie. Let me try out. That's not how it works. There has to be a tryout. So when you try out, typically the tryouts will be a week long or a month long. It depends on the current sniper team. Some sniper teams want to make it 1 week. Some snipers want to make it 2. Some make it 3. Some make it 4. And so you have to pass that to join the sniper platoon. And so once you join the sniper platoon, they're going to teach you everything about being a sniper. They're going to teach you how to make a ghillie suit. They're going to teach you how to shoot a sniper gun. They're going to teach you everything about being a sniper. And then you get to go to sniper school. Only then. Only when they know that you're confident and you're good enough to go to sniper school, will they send you to sniper school. They're not just going to send a freaking guy that barely made the NDOC, that barely knows anything about sniper, to go to the sniper NDOC or sniper school. Because if they send you to sniper school and you just fail right away, that means that they just wasted all that money to send you there and you just freaking failed. You know what I mean? So they're going to make sure that you're as good as you possibly can be before you go. And if you go and you fail sniper school, they're probably going to kick you out of the platoon. Honestly, they're probably going to kick you out. They may send you again. If you get kicked out of sniper school because you failed, because you hurt yourself or something, they'll probably send you back. But if you just fail because you suck, they'll probably kick you out of the sniper platoon. And you'll never be able to do it again, you know? So you have to take advantage of those opportunities when you get them. Like, you have to take them seriously, you know what I mean? So if you get asked to try out for sniper school, say yes. Just do it. If you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, say no. So your boy, what do I recommend? Marine or Army? I talked about this a lot in the beginning. If you want to watch the beginning, the first 10 minutes, I talk about the difference between the Army and the Marines. Basically, the Army has more money, so you'll be able to go to a lot of schools. But the Marine Corps has money too, just not as much. So you have to be a way better Marine to go to those schools. In the Army, you can be like a bad soldier and you'll still get to go to the schools. You know what I mean? So Jason, I would recommend Jason D, when I post this video, I would recommend watching the first maybe 10, 15 minutes. And I talked a whole lot about like the difference between both of them. Being a sniper would be so damn dope. Yeah, Nick, read it. See, like you were saying you wanted to maybe think about a different other MOS other than infantry. So if there's ever an NDOC, you could always try out if you want to, you know. And if you don't like it, you know, you don't have to do it. You could always, by the way, if you make the sniper platoon, you can always quit. I don't know why you would quit, but you can always quit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like joining the football team. You can one day be like, I don't want to be a sniper anymore, man. I want to go back to being a radio operator, you know? Yeah, by the way, Nick, if you get kicked out of sniper school, you can always try out again later. If you get completely kicked out of the sniper, okay, so if you fail sniper school, they're going to send you back to the sniper platoon. The sniper platoon can choose to keep you. If they really need you, if they need people to be in the platoon, they'll keep you. But if they don't need people, they can kick you out. And you can try out again later. Wrestling and powerlifting is a move. It is, man. Wrestling and powerlifting, that's how you get strong and fit. But what would your MOS be if you failed sniper school? Well, you go back to an 03. So if you fail sniper school and you were an 0311, they'll make you an 0311 again. But if you're a radio operator and you fail sniper school, you go back to being a radio operator. You know what I'm saying? They don't just give you a random new MOS if you fail sniper school. Nah, Victor, CrossFit is where it's at. Guys, you got to be careful when you do CrossFit. Make sure I used to do a lot of CrossFit back in the day. Just make sure you're careful. Make sure you're not getting hurt. Mike said Marines are more likely to die because they attack before getting back up. That is true. There's been a lot of times where I've gotten into firefights with my platoon and my company, and we just freaking go. We just go. We go. And when we need backup, we call it, but we don't wait for them. Jason D, good benefits about the Marine infantry is that the Marine Corps is smaller, so you learn how to become a follower, which is a very important thing in the Marine Corps. You need to know how to follow. You need to know how to follow your leader. How to pay. I know when you're younger and people say you're such a follower, they're saying it in a bad way. But in the Marine Corps, you need to know how to be a follower. You need to know how to follow your leader and to listen, to be able to interpret what your leader is telling you. Because what makes good leaders is being able to follow orders. And then what makes good leaders is being able to give good orders. And how you give good orders is by knowing how to listen. You know what I'm saying? Stray, how many miles a week or a day should you recommend a person trying to get back in shape? So Stray, basically, if you're trying to get in shape or back in shape for the first time, thank you, Jason. Thank you for that sub. Hit that notification bell. So basically, if you're trying to get back in shape and you haven't been running in a while or at all, I would recommend just running a slow mile. Run 1 mile on whatever day, on Monday or Friday or Saturday, and then give yourself 1 day to recover. And that day that you're recovering, just stretch, do some push-ups, do some pull-ups, do some weights, and then the next day, run another mile. So for a couple, maybe a week or 2 or 3, or maybe a whole month, only run 1 mile until it gets easier. And then slowly add more. Do 1.5 miles, do 1 3/4 miles, and then slowly do 2 miles. You know, you don't want to just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to do 20 freaking miles. You know what I mean? Slowly add more and more as it gets easier. Let me see. Terrence Pop made a video about Marines versus Army. Marines are better trained, but they attack before getting backup. That is true. I mean, Marines don't not get backup, but we do run to the sound of gunfire. That is 100% true. Yes, sir. Most of my teammates, including myself, are going into the Marine Corps. There you go. Hey, buddy. Victor Mata, you're on the wrestling team. You got to get the rest of your homies on this channel. I remember when I was on the wrestling team, we all did like the same thing. Takedown wins. You need that T. You need those 2 points. Thanks, bro. Got you, Fluff. Yeah, the Marine Corps loves freaking wrestlers. What's going on, Mr. Bacon? I see you, Mr. Bacon. I see you. Daniel, you're still a Marine. Yeah, once a Marine, always a Marine. Exactly. The good thing about the Marine Corps is you really learn how to use your body. You know how to push your body that last 30 seconds, that last minute, you know. And there's nothing worse. There's nothing more worse. So think about the Marine Corps. For those of you that wrestle, think about the Marine Corps like that last 30 seconds, man. And you need a freaking takedown or you need to escape. Or think about the Marine Corps like overtime, man. First takedown wins. That's the freaking Marine Corps. You need to push your body, freaking push it until you freaking collapse. Why didn't I re-enlist? At the time when I got out of the Marine Corps, I'm taking you to the next wrestling. Oh, dang. Taking you to the next Wrestling World Cup in LA. Oh, bro, I'm down. I'll go with you for sure. I'll bring Amelia. I'll bring an old wrestling hoodie. Nah. So, Fluff, the reason that I didn't enlist at the time, I still really loved the Marine Corps, but I just kind of felt, when I joined the Marines, I've said this before, I didn't join the Marines to go to Afghanistan. I joined the Marines because I wanted to do a lot of traveling. My recruiter told me, he was an 0311, and he told me when he joined, he got to travel, and then, of course, you know, Iraq happened and Afghanistan happened. So he got to travel and then he got to go there. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, I want to do that too. And so I never got to do any cool traveling, but I did get to deploy to Afghanistan. I did get to see combat. I did get to see all that. And so at the time, I felt like I did what I needed to do. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like I needed to do more. I felt like I did my duty. I felt like I served my country and like I did it. You know, I was done. Like checking the box kind of thing, you know? I didn't not like the Marine Corps, but I just felt like I was done. You know, I was like, that's it. This is where, you know, like boxers, you know, they just pick, you know, like boxers and wrestlers, you know, just one day they put up the gloves, you know, they put up the shoes. They're like, this is my last one, you know, this is where I'm done. And that's kind of how I felt about the Marine Corps. I was like, this is it, man. This is where I draw the line. I'm done. Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of jobs other than combat in the Marine Corps, so don't feel like you have to join like the infantry. George Acosta, any tips for recon? Tips for recon, just learn how to take care of your body. Make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you're not training too hard now. And if you are training very hard, make sure, George, I'm talking to you, George. I'm talking to everybody, honestly. Make sure you know how to take care of your body. Know how to use a foam roller. Make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you know how to stretch. Make sure you know how to warm up. Make sure you know how to cool down, because training hard is really important, but what's more important than training hard is recovery, especially when you're going to be doing something as hard as the Marine Corps, as hard as the infantry, as hard as sniper selection, and especially as hard as recon. You have to know how to take care of your body. Hey, yeah, exactly. You could die in any job too, by the way. You could die right now. You could die walking down the street. You were 49 pounds, Jason. 78 pull-ups. That's a lot of pull-ups. Yeah, guys, Daniel said there's nothing more terrible than freaking being in a Humvee or a 7-ton, like a big truck, a military truck, and that bitch rolling over. That is the worst freaking time. You got all your gear on you, you got your weapons, you got ammo cans flying everywhere. Yeah, exactly, guys. Remember, if you don't, think about it like this too. If you don't want to join the Marines, but you want to join the military, that's perfectly fine. The Army has a lot of good things as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're kind of interested in the more like the combat fields, the Army has a lot of good jobs as well. And a lot of good non-combat jobs, you know? I know I talk about the infantry a lot, and that's just because that's what I did. You know, I want to get that information out there to people that need it and want to hear it. But just because I talk about the infantry doesn't mean you have to be infantry. There may be a better job out there for you, you know? I'm not saying you're not made, like, I'm not saying any of you here right now are not made for the infantry. I'm not saying any of you aren't made for the Marines. I'm just saying I'm giving you the information to help you make a better decision, you know? Because when I joined, I didn't make an informed decision. I made an impulsive decision. I saw the Marine Corps and I said, I want to do that. You know, I didn't look anything up. I didn't ask my recruiter any questions. I just freaking jumped in there and I did it. Elias, you haven't been wrestling. You're not fucked. All you got to do is just work out. Just work out, push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, run. Mr. Bacon. Exactly. Mike Hascat said, when you're in the military, you can't wait to get out, but the second you get out, you miss it. Harold, doing BJJ and MMA and things like that, kickboxing, boxing, that's good too, man, because that kind of stuff teaches you discipline, you know? So does just doing sports in general or trying to get better at stuff, you know? What civilian stuff do you get to carry with you while, like, on patrol in country? In country, you can carry your knives, you can carry your, your watch, but you can't, Nick, you can't carry, you can buy like your own GPS watch if you want, put them to you too. Yeah, when I was younger, I'm 14 now, but definitely gonna be in the military. Mr. Bacon. Quoting Full Metal Jacket, right? Is it Full Metal Jacket? 14 and planning on joining the Marines. See, that's good. You're 14, so you have a lot of time to watch my YouTube, watch other people's YouTube, get in shape, get the knowledge that you need. You know, you have a lot of time to plan to be a very freaking good military person. Where are we? Yeah, by the way, let me tell you right now, something, Mike brought up a good point, Mike Hascat. If I ever had a son or a daughter, Can y'all see me? Did we freeze? If I ever had a son or a daughter, I would probably recommend them to join the Air Force. Honestly, I would. I love the Marine Corps and I take pride in being a Marine. But if I had a son or a daughter, I would probably advise them to join. You need a better computer. I'm on my phone. I don't know why it's freezing right now. I don't know why my internet's shit in the bed right now. I'm about to be 15 in a month. Mr. Bacon, I may remember your birthday. I'll give you a birthday shout out. Damn, that's dope. Yeah, see, Daniel's buddy got out of the Marines and joined the Army to be a doctor. The Army, by the way, the Army and the Air Force have some of the best programs from going enlisted into officers. So think about that as well, guys. The Marine Corps does not make that easy for you, by the way. The Marine Corps does not make that easy. And by the way, the Air Force has a lot of foxy ladies, by the way. So just keep that in mind, you know. When I was a Marine, all I wanted to do was talk to ladies and hook up with ladies and, you know, toot it and boot it, you know. So just think about that. Of course, I wouldn't be telling my daughter that if I was telling her to join the Air Force. I'd probably tell my son that. And exactly, man, Mike brings up a lot of good points. Don't ever hate on people that say don't join the Marines. Don't always opt it out just because they're coming from somewhere to help you out. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to tell you don't do it. Don't chase your dreams. They're just trying to help you out. Mr. Bacon, am I invited to your birthday party? What are we having? What kind of cake are we having? Oh, yeah. I've only ever hit on one Air Force chick. And I used to hit on her, while she was going to go into the Air Force. And she turned me down at first. And then once she joined the Air Force, she was like, now I know why you were such an idiot. Because I was a Marine, you know, I used to just get drunk all the time and just like be a dick. But then she was, once she experienced more military males, she was like, oh, now I get it. Now I know why you were such a freaking idiot. Now I'd rather talk to you than anybody in the Air Force any day. So you're going to go through a lot of phases when you're in the military, especially if you join the Marine Corps. You're going to go through a just straight fucking stupid phase. I'm telling you that right now. You're just going to do a bunch of stupid shit. You're going to spend your money on a bunch of stupid shit. You're just going to do a bunch of stupid shit. I'm telling you that right now. You're just going to go through a fucking stupid phase. Just straight up stupid phase. So now that I'm telling you that, try not to go through the stupid phase. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to go through a stupid phase. Mine's the 17th. Mine's the 17th. Mine's the 16th. Everybody's having birthdays. Yeah, exactly, guys. And the good thing is, if you want to talk to, if you like, you know, you want pussy, you want girls, you know, you want to hit up honeys, what I would recommend is if you still, when you're 18 years old and you still don't know if you want to join the Marines or go to college, go ahead and go to college for a semester. Experience it. I'm telling you right now, me going to college now, I'm looking at it from a completely different standpoint. I'm going there to get my shit done, not to talk to girls, not to make friends. I mean, I have a girlfriend too. But before I met Amelia and I was going to college, it was a lot easier to meet girls and be able to pick them up now that I was older. You know what I'm saying? Because I was 23 when I first went back to college. Maybe I was 24. I don't know. I was older than them. I was older than the 18 and 19-year-old girls in college. So it made it a lot easier to pick up chicks because I was more mature. I knew what I wanted. I knew how to manage my time. I had a car. I had money. You know what I'm saying? So I think personally, if you really want and you don't know what you want to do when you're 18, go to college for one semester. And I promise you that you're probably gonna you're probably going to join the Marines. If you don't like college, you're probably going to go to the Marines, like right after that semester. I guarantee you. Because if I would have gone to college, for even 1 month where I was planning on going to college, I probably would have dropped out because I partied too much. Because that's what college is like. It's easy to not stay the course when you go to college as an 18-year-old. It's very easy as an 18-year-old to go to college and just fuck up. Like, not go to class, skip class, go party, go meet girls. It's so easy when you're 18 years old to not do what you're supposed to do. Become an officer. Maybe, might as well, make some more money. Yeah, see, Daniel loved going to college after the Corps. It changes your entire perspective, man. It makes life so much easier after you get out of the military. And see, Mike started college when he was 21, and it made him a way better student. I did 4 years. Jason, I was in 03, 11. Moon landing? The moon landing's fake. Nah, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say that. I'm in ROTC. Gonna be in JROTC. Yeah, guys, and if you're serious about the military, do JROTC, man. Do JROTC. Do wrestling. Do something that's gonna help you advance and get the skills and the mentality and make you tougher for when you join the military. I know at my school specifically, I'm from Texas. So we were a school that was really big on football. We were big on baseball. We were big on soccer. We were big on wrestling. We were not real big fans of JROTC. But if I knew what I knew now, I would probably do JROTC for at least 2 years so I could have gotten those points to get promoted sooner in boot camp. The moon doesn't exist. How old are you? How old am I? Clifford, I'm 26. I am 26. 26 años. Yeah, see, exactly, Clifford. You have to do JROTC for, I believe, we've talked about this a couple times. Is it 2 years or 3 years? Does anybody know? 2 years or 3 years? 2 stripes, 3 years. Yeah, guys, exactly. And the good thing about JROTC is it kind of prepares you for like the yelling, the speed and intensity, the knowledge, And I know some JROTCs are different. Like some schools have like Navy JROTC, some have Army JROTC, some have like Coast Guard JROTC. And let's say you're going to join another branch that's not that. It's still going to help you. I promise you, those little skills are going to carry over and help you out in the long run, Let's see. It's loading for me. Oh, yeah, guys. Guys, by the way, I want y'all, for those of you that have Instagram, take it easy, Elias. Take it easy, Elias Tillman. I'm about to get off too pretty soon. I've stayed on for way longer than I meant to, and Amelia's about to get here too. She's going to be like, you're still on your phone? Oh yeah, by the way, I was saying, go add me on Instagram, guys, just because, again, add me on Instagram because yesterday when I was trying to go live, my YouTube wouldn't let me go live. It just literally, Fluff, I don't want a Snapchat. Yeah, the reason I'm saying add me on Instagram, do it now or do it after the video, at J Cardoso. Go ahead and follow me, and let me know in the DMs that you came from YouTube, and I'll add you back. The reason that if you don't send me that message, I'm not gonna know you came from YouTube. I don't like to add people back because there's so many bots, bots on Instagram, and so I don't like to add the bots. So if you let me know, Jason D, I'll look at my phone right now. But so add me and send me a message. Just say YouTube, just say YouTube. Like, you don't even have to say anything. Just be like, hey, add me, and then be like, send me a message that just says YouTube so I can add you back. Because I don't want you to add me and me not add you back. I want to add everybody back. You have Army JRTC Bacon. What are the piercing tattoo I-18 and getting some done work summer, but I'm not familiar with policies. All right, Victor Mata, this is important for everybody. If you're gonna get a piercing, make sure it's not a piercing that's like a gauge, a big one. Make sure it's a piercing that if you take it out, wherever the fuck it is, that it's not gonna be huge. Because the Marine Corps does not like that. If you have huge freaking hoop earrings and you want it big old gauges, take them out right now if you want to join the Marines so they can start closing as much as possible. And if you want to get a tattoo, make sure it's not on your neck, make sure it's not behind your ear, make sure it's not on your head, make sure it's not on your hands, and make sure it's nowhere on your wrist and up. If you don't have to, don't get it on your arms and forearms. So look at this shirt. It's a regular t-shirt, a medium t-shirt. It's not a medium to look buff. It's a normal medium t-shirt. The Marine Corps does not want you to have tattoos that are shown here, anywhere outside of here, or anywhere outside of here. Same thing with your boxers. If you wear boxers, put on your boxers on and don't get any tattoos outside of that area. So basically, don't get anything on your thighs, don't get anything on your knees, don't get anything on your calves. You can get things on your toes, your feet, but don't get it anywhere where your skin shows, where you're not wearing, that doesn't show in a normal t-shirt and your underwear. Because the Marine Corps does not like that. And the policies always change, guys. By the way, sometimes the Marine Corps is more relaxed, but sometimes the Marine Corps is more strict. So if you're younger, you're about 18 and you're getting tattoos and you're not going to join for a little bit, don't get tattoos that are going to prevent you from joining. Because the Marine Corps will not let you, either they won't let you join or they're going to make it really hard. It's going to take longer than it should. Abe, it is true the Marine goes first, but the Army goes first too sometimes, so it just depends. Sometimes the Marines go first, sometimes the Army goes first. What's my email? I'll just give you my email right now. If you ever need to reach me, that's my email. What's your SI? Yeah, I followed Mr. Bacon back. Do you know your orders to the Sentry, Dax Swag, #1 fan? You mean like my general orders, like to walk my post and to, report my post, what is it? Keep treat, deep. Yeah, Abe, the Marines go first certain places, the Army goes first certain places, Navy SEALs go in first certain places. It just depends the type of conflict, Not just the Marines go first, It's like the Marines logo is first to fight because that was true a lot of the times in the past, but now everybody goes, It's not just the Marines. Aaron Ruiz, you leave the SOI. Are you leaving... Aaron, are you leaving the SOI, or are you going to be infantry, or are you going to be not infantry? Because SOI is lame, man. I'm telling you right now, SOI isn't bad. It's just freaking lame. Because you don't get to use your phone all the time. You don't get to leave base all the time. And basically, it's just lame because it's kind of like you're in school suspension. Do you have in school suspension? Like where you go to school, but you can't go to your normal classes. You just sit in the detention room. Okay, so SOI is infantry, is better than SOI not infantry. Because SOI infantry, basically they never have their phone. Because SOI is 1 month for not infantry. SOI for infantry is more like serious. It's more serious. The instructors are better than the instructors that are not infantry. You know what I mean? But Aaron, just be prepared. Aaron, just be prepared to not have your phone. Wake up early. Eat a lot of MREs. Do a lot of hiking. And do a lot of admin movements. Admin movements. Admin movements. You're going to love those. Admin movements are basically hikes where you have your pack, you have your flak, you have your Kevlar on, you have a 240, you have your rifle, and you just, and you run. You run to the freaking range. Aaron Ruiz, if you want, add me on Instagram, Ed J. Cardoso. Add me on Instagram. And if you really want, I can go visit you your first weekend. Or maybe your second weekend when you can actually leave base. So I can show you San Clemente, we can make a video too if you want. You can be a part of a video if you really want to. Because SOI is literally down the street from me. And so I can give you a little moto talk, a little pep talk, you know what I'm saying? If you really want, I don't know. It's up to you, honestly. It's up to you. I'm not making you. Thank you, brother. Of course, Victor. Abe, sometimes they do. Army has 50,000. Yeah. All right, Jason, I'll follow you as soon as I use my phone again. Marines are actually part of the Navy. That is true. Marines are a department of the Navy. Aaron Ruiz, infantry bro. Yeah, don't ever go. I wouldn't say don't ever go recon. I would say go get an 03 contract because you can always try out for a recon. But if you try out for a recon contract and you fail, they can give you any MOS they want. It doesn't have to be infantry. So it's better to have an 03 contract and fail. I mean, you don't want to fail, but if you fail, then you can still be infantry. Dak Swag, did I ever run point? The only time I ran point, I didn't run point because I was a saw gunner. And when I was done being a saw gunner, I was a squad leader. So squad leaders do not run point. Squad leaders are always third. They're always third or fourth. They're somewhere in the middle so they can control everybody, you know? And the one time I ran point, I was the assistant squad leader. And it was in Afghanistan. We were doing this crazy-ass freaking mission. It was basically like a suicide mission. And the reason I was running point was because they just needed somebody in the front that knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? And it's freaking scary. It's scary. It's scary running point. Jason D, scoliosis in the military. Scoliosis is okay if it's better. If it's not severe. If you have like a very severe case of scoliosis, you probably won't be able to join the Marine Corps, honestly. You'll have to get that fixed before you join. Delaney Salazar, you're from Orange County. Yeah, Delaney, I live in San Clemente, by the way. You fucked up. How often did the recon guys come to your platoon for a tryout? Clifford, to try out for what? For a tryout for... By the way, Clifford, if... It's funny because when I got to the fleet, I was just an 0311. And we got a shit ton of people that failed recon that came to my unit. So people fail recon like this, all the time. So if you're going to do recon, you need to be prepared, man. So Jason, since your back's bad, I would just say go to physical therapy, go to the chiropractor, Start going to it regularly so your back gets better before you leave, you know? So you can learn the exercises to help make your back feel better. When am I coming to Boston? I don't know, man. I've been wanting to go. I want to go to Boston. I want to go to New York. I want to go to Philadelphia. It's still on my list, you know, so it's on my list. I'll let everybody know when I'm going. Maybe we can have some kind of meetup later. Thank you, Jason. If I'm at MCTR SOI in a few years, would you like to visit? Yeah, Nick, if I'm still living here. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you're at SOI and you watch the channel or you're about to go to boot camp and I mean after boot camp you have to go to SOI, you can always hit me up. I'll be happy to visit any of you. It's literally right down the street. You know, it's not very hard for me to go down there. Boston has fine chicks. When I get big, I'm gonna forget about y'all. I mean, I'll still do live streams. I'll reply to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, by the time some of y'all get to boot camp, who knows? Maybe, hopefully, this channel will just like skyrocket. You know, hopefully, you know. Tell your friends, spread the word. You know what I'm saying? That's what they all say. Mr. Bacon, who else said that? Who else said that? Who? You know, there's a lot of, you know, honestly, there's a lot of YouTubers that have a lot of subscribers, though, that, in my opinion, put out just shitty content. You know, like, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that just, like, they just have a lot of subscribers for, like, no reason. You know what I mean? Like, they have, like, 3 videos. Their content's shitty, you know? Like, it's just, like, fake motivation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul. Bots. Bots. Yeah, see, there's so many bots. There's, like, fake subscribers. There's fake likes. There's all this fake stuff on the internet now, you know what I mean? Ed, you'll go far. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. That's what I'm hoping to do, man. I'm hoping to be like a positive, like, influence. I'm not saying I'm a role model because I'm far from a role model, but I'm trying to be a positive enough influence. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to give you the real advice, like the real shit. So I'm trying to give it to you now that you're here listening to me, but I also want all these videos to be here for people that need them when they decide they need them, you know? So that's the good thing about YouTube, is that these videos will always be here for people that need them. So even if I quit YouTube, I'm happy that these videos will be here, you know what I mean? No one tell no one about Ed. Okay, we need to dislike his videos so we can keep these streams small and very enjoyable. Yeah, people don't have integrity anymore, man. All they care about is likes and followers, and that's all they care about. It's not, and it's stupid because I don't know why people care about likes and followers, because you don't get paid. Like, you don't get paid to have likes and followers. You know, how you get paid is how you start a business and people will actually like you, you know, like, you know, and you give good information. My biggest thing is, if I'm not giving you information, valuable Marine Corps information, I'm at least giving you entertainment. You know what I mean? I'm either doing one of those two, information or entertainment. And that's why I like to make these videos where I just talk. And that's also why I like to make vlogs, because I know some of you, you know, want to see what I do. You know, you want to see what it's like to be a veteran. And I think it's very important for some of you to see my life after the Marine Corps, you know? So you can kind of set it, like, I'm not saying I want to set the bar for you, but I want to set a bar and show you that anything is possible, you know what I mean? I'm somebody that's from Dallas. I never thought that I'd be living in California. And so it's just like, I kind of want to set the bar, you know? I want you to know that you don't have to join the Marine Corps and like have a shitty life after, you know? I'm trying to be an example, you know, a positive example, you know? Because when you join the military, it's not just boot camp. It's not just SOI. It's not just deployment, you know. It's you're leaving your hometown. You're leaving your family. You're leaving your parents. You're becoming a man. You're becoming a woman. And when you join the Marine Corps, when you join the military, you join the Army, whatever you want to join, that's going to become who you are for a while, you know? But even though that's going to be who you are, you always need to remember the person that you were before the military. You know what I mean? You can't forget your goals, like the goals you had before the military. And even when you join the military, you can't stop setting goals. That's what I did. That was my biggest mistake when I was a Marine. When I was a Marine, I stopped setting goals for myself. I stopped setting goals. When I became a Marine, I was like, I'm a Marine. I made it. This is my life. I'm going to get drunk every day. I'm going to play video games every day. I'm going to deploy. I'm going to train. I didn't set any goals. You know, I didn't set any goals. And that's what's very important. That's where I dropped the freaking ball, man. I dropped the ball when I was a Marine and that's why I got in trouble. That's why I got demoted, because I was like, I got complacent. That's where I fucked up, man. I'm not going to lie to you. When you become a Marine, I just want you to know that that's not where it ends. That's not where it ends. You need to keep setting goals for after you get out of the Marines, because I promise you, most of you that are here are not going to stay in for 20 years. I can promise you that. You're not going to stay in for 20 years. So you need to set goals. I'm not going to say anybody's names. I'm not talking shit about anybody, but do all of you watch other military YouTubers? I'm sure you watch at least one other military YouTuber. I know I watch a lot of military YouTubers because I like to see what everybody else is putting out there. I like to see the content. I like to see what's going on in the military. I like to see the mentality of the military now. And here's an example of people not setting goals. What do the other YouTubers do when it's the weekend? They're playing video games. They're drinking beer. They're doing nothing. They're talking about how they got drunk or how they're going to get drunk. Or like, you know what I mean? They're not setting more goals. And that's the most important thing that you need to do, is you need to constantly be setting goals. And that's why I'm setting a goal right now. The reason I started YouTube was to help people. And now, instead of me focusing on getting 100,000 subscribers, which literally means nothing. It's just a number. The number means nothing if you're not helping people. Like, if all of you were here subscribing because all I was doing is like bashing people and doing reactions and starting drama, this channel would mean nothing, you know? But I'm here providing you entertainment and information. And so, like, what I'm saying is I can sit here and just give you story after story after story after story, but that's not going to do anything for you, you know? You're just going to hear a bunch of fucking stories, you know? So what I'm trying to do is give you valuable information. I'm trying to monetize my YouTube, so when I do reach 100,000 subscribers, I can incorporate the business side of my life into it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying y'all don't mean anything to me, because you do. You mean a lot to me. I'm just saying that I would rather have 2,000 subscribers full of people that I'm helping, actually helping and providing value for, than to have 1,000 subscribers and this be like a prank video or like a prank channel, you know, or a channel where all I do is drink beer and tell you war stories, because that's not going to do anything for you, you know. Who has 30 years of Army stories? Terrence Pop is my favorite YouTuber. He is a first sergeant Army special. What is poop upside down? Poop. Wow, Ed hates us. I don't hate you. I don't hate all of you. Your son's in Afghanistan. How many days of garrison and do they have time off to come home? So, Res Q50, when your son gets home, there's about a 30 to 90 day admin period. So for those 30 to 90 days after a deployment, when you get back from a deployment, you're not allowed to train. All you do is show up to work in the morning, you work out, and then you get off work. You're not allowed to go home immediately after a deployment, because you need to decompress, you need to settle in and be like, okay, deployment's over, I'm back home. And then after that period, after that initial period after deployment, then you can go on leave. Depending on how long your son has been on leave, if you've been on a 7-month deployment, that means you've racked up about 30 days of leave. So after that deployment, your son will be able to come home for at least 25 to 30 days. And so that's standard. After every deployment I had, I went home for 30 days of leave. So he'll be home for, about a month. So that's something good to look forward to. My DI did beat me up once, and then it never happened again because I learned my lesson. BJJ versus wrestling. So I'm a wrestler. I grew up learning how to wrestle, but I've wrestled with people that did BJJ, and it is hard to beat somebody that does BJJ as a wrestler. It is freaking almost impossible. So BJJ is pretty good. I love wrestling, man. I had to pick wrestling, but those are tough dudes. Race car is race car backwards. You help us, me, Ed. Thank you, Mr. Bacon. I appreciate it. Ed is the most realist military YouTuber because he told us that we should shave our balls before boot camp. Hey, yeah, shave your body before boot camp because you're not going to have any time to shave when you're there. What did he do and what did you do to get that ass whooping? So basically in boot camp, things that justify an ass whooping, let me see. Things that justify ass whoopings are just basically when you're not being serious, when you're slow, you're not being loud, just when you keep fucking up. Your drill instructor's not going to whoop your ass for messing up one thing. He's going to probably whoop your ass for messing up a lot of things. You know what I mean? But he didn't like whoop my ass. He just punched me a couple times. He like pushed my head. He pushed me into the wall and he punched me 3 times into the stomach. And I mean, it hurt. He was a big dude. He's a big black dude. Thank you. Take care of your voice. Keep up the good work, and you'll get. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Yeah, exactly. BJJ. The last thing you want to do is go on the ground on a street fight. You never know what's gonna happen. Bush did 9/11 backwards. Bush did 9/11 as Bush did 9/11 backwards. Yeah, drill instructors will quote some movies sometimes just to fuck with you. No manches. What did I say? No manches. The best martial art for real life is a gun course. Yeah, I would never go to a gunfight without a gun. You know what I mean? No manches. No manches. No manches. Yeah, guys, I'm excited because Marine versus a roach. I choose the roach. Yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube video like all intense, like Marine takes on roach. Do you conceal carry? I do not conceal carry. That's something that I need to get on though. I've been meaning to get my concealed carry. Just because you never know, man. You never know. I'm not the kind of guy to be like, oh, you want to fight me? Look at my gun. But I am the kind of guy that's like, I'll shoot you if I have to, if you break in my house. I don't have a PS4, guys. I don't play video games anymore. What did I just say about video games? All right, so video games and drinking is not a bad thing, but, all right, so before you play video games and before you spend your whole day playing video games and drinking beer and drinking sodas or whatever you drink, or Jack Daniels, whatever it is, it's important for you to do what you need to do first. Take care of business and then enjoy the stuff. It's the same thing in the Marine Corps, man. Damn, y'all still here. Same thing in the Marine Corps, man. There's so many people in the Marine Corps that when they get off work, all they do is drink beer and play video games. They don't do nothing productive. They don't do anything productive. And that goes back to what I was saying about continuously setting goals for yourself. Set goals that are almost impossible. Like with this YouTube, man, when I first started this YouTube, I had 4 subscribers. I had my mom, my sister, Amelia, and then now freaking look at it. You know, it's starting to freaking blow up. You know what I'm saying? I know my voice, it's going. I'm about to get off because of my voice. Laguna Beach. Did you ever see guys getting dear? I did. A lot of guys do get Dear John letters at boot camp. Daniel, did you ever, did any guys ever get Dear John letters at boot camp for you? Yep. Even Army guys get Dear John letters. Did you guys get Dear John letters on deployment?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, guys, there's even more Dear John letters on deployments than there is at boot camp. Yeah. Trust me, there's worse things that happen on deployment. When I went on deployment, the first week, 2 of the people that I knew, they found out that their wives were now cheating on them, emptied out the bank account, and took everything. They were like, hey, when you come back, all your shit's gone. All of it. It's terrible. Women be trifling. Daniel, did you go to Fort Benning?
No.
Where did you go?
Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Fort Jackson, South Carolina. We had a wall of shame. Oh yeah, we can't be doing no more Marine Corps nudes.
Oh.
Mike, thank you. My girlfriend is pretty cool. She's at the gym right now. I hope she brings back food.
And soup.
Rip those guys. James Newton going infantry May 20th. Get some.
No.
Why should we shave our balls before boot camp?
Yeah.
So the reason you want to shave your balls before boot camp, it's just a hygiene thing. I don't know. I don't want to get too into it, but you're not going to have a lot of time to, hygiene yourself other than your face at boot camp. So basically, it's more of a hygiene issue. If you want to shave your balls before boot camp, then do it.
Baby wipes.
Tell Daniel I said relax in Jackson. Indeed. Dak Swag, are you in the Army right now? Or you have family in the Army, by the way? I do not want to shave your balls. I do not want to shave anybody's balls. It's dark in here. It gets dark fast these days. Texas. China is China. Hick. April 23rd with an 03. There you go, dude. Garrett, I follow you on Instagram, right? Garrett, you're about to have a baby, right? Are you married, by the way? Just wondering if that's you. You have hair on your balls to maintain hygiene. Hey, I mean, whatever. Hey, whatever you want to do with your balls, you do it. Keep it to yourself. Do what you need to do, man. My B-day is April 24th.
Just keep your balls to yourself.
Yeah, keep your balls to yourself. Just don't scratch when it grows back. Most definitely not during drill. Yep, you don't want to be caught scratching yourself. Nick, I think I sent you a request because you just followed me yesterday, right? Coast Guard for life. Yeah, guys, if you just got here, you can always follow me on Instagram. It's @Cardoso. Like I said earlier, just send me a message. Let me know you came from YouTube, and I'll follow you back. If you don't send me a message, I'm not going to follow you back, because I don't follow people back because I get so many bot requests every day, like so many bots, and I do not want to follow bots.
No Russian trolls.
What job can I get at 16? Yeah, I don't use it too often. Mr. Bacon, you should just look on Craigslist. Look at what jobs you can get on Craigslist, you know? That's a good place to start. I remember when I was younger, I had a buddy that used to go on Craigslist and go to the free section. The free, you know, on Craigslist, there's a list where all the free stuff, you just go pick it up. And he used to go get all the free stuff and sell it back. Sell it back to people. So what you could do is go get things that you know people want that are for free on Craigslist, and then go on the Facebook Marketplace. You know how Facebook has a marketplace? Put it on Facebook Marketplace for sale. That's what I recommend you doing. Because I know a lot of people won't add you. I mean, it won't give you a job when you're 15. So you could just flip things. You know what I'm saying? Go on Craigslist, sell things.
Don't get murdered.
Yeah, just don't get murdered. Be careful. Take a friend. Yeah, guys, see, I gave Nick that follow back. So if you really want the follow back on IG, just let me know. You know, I'll follow you back. Fluff, can you talk about glasses? I can talk about glasses. You can take your glasses to boot camp, and they'll let you wear your glasses, but they will send you to optometry, and they'll give you those big old ugly glasses that you see that the Marines wear. And then after boot camp, then they let you get the normal ones, like normal black ones. You know, they let you get your own too. So at boot camp, though, they make you wear those big old ugly ones. So if you have glasses, take black ones. Just take plain black ones, so they'll let you wear them until you get the ones that you need. They don't let you wear contacts at boot camp. You'll have to take those out, so don't even take them. Boy, why you want to make me do the work? You can wear contacts after boot camp. Actually, after SOI. All right, Garrett, I'll check after I'm done with my live stream. Uncle Sam's Canoe Club. Take a friend into life. What are friends? Walk dogs. Yeah, there you go. Walk dogs. I know there's dog sitting apps, or dog sitting websites where you can become a dog sitter. All you have to do is go to people's houses, give their dogs food, take them out to poop. So look up dog sitter. You don't even need a car. So you do mow lawns eventually in the Corps. Thank you. Yeah, they won't let you wear contacts at boot camp and SOI because you're doing so much shit. They don't want your eyes to get infected. I'm telling you, Mr. Bacon, the best way for a young person to make money is just go ask. Just go ask. Go ask any store. Go be like, hey, can I do this for you for 20 bucks or this or that? Or flip shit, man. Just flip shit. Get it on Craigslist. Put it on Facebook. Sign holding. Yeah, sign holding too, where you go spin a sign, you know. They usually play pretty good an hour for that. It's just hard work, you know. You're outside all day. I mean, it's not that hard, but, you know, you're outside all day. Don't sell drugs. Slang Pokemon cards. Pharmaceutical. Yeah. Do not sell drugs. Maybe be a pimp, I don't know. You know what you could do too? What do people at your school like? Do people at your school like hot Cheetos? Just sell shit. Just get your parents to buy you something, and then you just freaking flip it, man. Flip it. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy, Clifford. Jewels? What are jewels? Just try to do stuff for people, man. Ask your neighbors, man. Be like, go ask the neighbors that you know. Oh yeah, go ask the neighbors that you know and just be like, hey, do you want me to clean your garage? Do you want me to do this, that? The people that you mow the lawns for, just go ask them like, hey, can I do anything around here for you? I don't even know what jewels are, actually. Let me look up. Are jewels the smoking alternative? I don't smoke anything, you know, so I don't really care, you know. It doesn't bother me, you know, I don't use them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what age you have to be to sell jewels, but if you can get your parents to like front you like $50 or something, then just flip jewels, you know, sell jewels.
Bitcoin.
I'm telling you, I think the best idea is get the free shit. Get the free shit and flip it. Or the candy. Yeah, seriously, if you go to Costco, you can buy a huge thing of candy and just sell it at school. But like, be the candy guy, man. The guy that has a backpack full of candy. Bitcoin. Take it easy, brother. See you in the next one. Oh, Amelia's right there. Amelia's here. Everyone's asking, where's your vlog?
Me?
Yeah. She said she doesn't have a vlog. Are you ever going to have a vlog?
Why do they have girlfriends that will watch you?
Do y'all have girlfriends that want to watch Amelia? All of y'all should go subscribe to Amelia's channel so she can be more motivated to to make the channel. Do not sell meth. Don't be like Breaking Bad. I can't say I've never thought about selling meth, but don't do it. I didn't do it. But watching Breaking Bad definitely makes you want to be like, dang, like, maybe I should sell meth. I don't know what it is. I don't want to get in a conversation about illegal substances. That's like some hardcore stuff. Let's see. Again, guys, I'm telling you, I'm about to get off. I did, Ethan, yeah, Zima, I didn't see his video, but I saw it right before I started mine. I don't know, somebody told me it was like Drano and cigarettes and all this weird shit. Yeah, even Daniel subscribed to your channel, but no content. No impact, no idea. Daniel, no impact, no idea. Yeah, guys, the reason I'm pushing y'all to go follow my Instagram so bad isn't because I want followers. It's just because I want to go live on Instagram more, you know? So I want more of you to show up there so I can kind of mix the audiences together, you know what I mean? To bring everybody together. And remember, if you add me, I'm going to add you back. I'm going to add you, everybody back that just added me. Everybody that just added me and sent me a message, so I know you came from YouTube. But remember, I'm going live on my phone right now, so I'll add you as soon as I'm done. Okay, so yeah, let's ask about the podcast. So if y'all didn't already know, let me bring it up. I'll give you the link. Same thing with the podcast. If you go to my channel, there's a little podcast link. I haven't posted to it because not too many people have been showing up to it. Let me drop the link here. Basically what I'm doing is I started a podcast. I put two things on there already. For those of you that go to work and don't have time to like watch a whole video, you know, you can just listen with your headphones, you know, while you're at work or while you're at school at lunch and you don't want to be watching a video, you know, maybe you just want to be listening. The link that I just dropped is the podcast. The more of you that go there, the more things that I'll upload. So now that Melissa mentioned it, I'm gonna write it down, make a note for myself to make another freaking video or another podcast. Because I know me personally, I spend a lot of my day freaking running around and going to the gym and even when I go to the gym, sometimes I'll listen to podcasts. I can't just take it easy, Matt. Or how's it going, Matt? So when I'm at the gym and at school, I can't watch a YouTube video, because I'm focusing on other things. And when I'm doing my homework, I can't be watching a YouTube video because I'll be too distracted. So I'll just put on a podcast. So that's what I'm trying to do with the podcast. Matt Ward is here. Like one of the only other YouTubers that I listen to. Actually, I also just recently subscribed to, what's his name? I think his name's like Raining Thunder, or what's his name? Hold on. Sam, I'm wanting to start a podcast for similar reasons. Yeah, the main reason the main reason I want to start the podcast is because I know people don't have time to freaking sit down and watch a whole video, So it's like, let me know what kind of content y'all want for the podcast. Do you want more boot camp stories? Do you want the same kind of style video that I make here? Right now it's just going to be on SoundCloud for now. I'm not going to put it on iTunes. So all you need is to get SoundCloud or just click on the link on my thing. My green notebook. I think I have one of those note-taking gears in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Guys, my mini stack. Have I ever showed you this? My little mini stack, all my ribbons. This is what a normal one looks like. I got like a little mini one. I got this one made so I can wear like on tuxedos and stuff, so I can look salty. I was, first got out of the Marines. I was starting to find out about YouTube, and obviously I can't watch YouTube videos when I'm at work, or at school. Say like Nick, Nick is always telling me. There's a bunch of them. Let me see. The ribbons. So a lot of these ribbons you get when you deploy. A lot of them you just get for deploying, honestly. Like the whole bottom row is for deploying. This one's for deploying to Afghanistan. This one, everybody gets at boot camp. This one's the good cookie. This one's a NAM. This one's like a, solid dog. This one's a combat action ribbon. Alrighty. So guys, I'm about to end the video. Guys, I've been here for a long freaking time. Thank you for everybody. Yeah, the mini stack. I got it online. I just typed in like mini stack. So those of you that subscribe to Amelia, thank you. Maybe she'll start her channel. There's the podcast. My Instagram is @Cardoso. And remember, the only reason I'm pushing these other platforms, I know a lot of you like YouTube. I'm pushing these for backup, so in case something ever happens to my YouTube, like the other day I couldn't go live, just in case I ever, I don't know, you never know. It's good to have everybody on all the platforms. And by the way, I don't post all the time on Instagram anyways. I usually just post to my stories, so you can kind of see what I'm doing throughout the day. I want to go live on Instagram soon, so that's why I'm saying, subscribe to the Instagram. And that's why I'm saying go to the podcast to make it easier for you to listen to stuff. Basically, this is my signing out right now. I'm getting out of here. Means a lot. No manches. Gracias, Cardoso. Cuídate, muchachos. Semper Fi. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm saying, I feel like I'm walking off stage. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you, New York. It's what it always feels like when I'm signing off, because everybody's starts getting questions. Take it easy, guys. I'm going to go at everybody on Instagram right now. So take it easy, everybody.